you liked the thought that there was music that we could listen to together that we both enjoyed.
Exactly.
As opposed to one tolerating the other.
Exactly.
Before this started, Dave was like, here it is, the big boy. I dream in phosphorescence.
Yes.
I always wondered what that meant.
I could tell you.
Oh.
Bright colours, vivid.
Oh, I see. I get you.
That's my
I get
thoughts
you.
anyway.
I dream vividly.
Almost like as the dreams are becoming more real for him.
Oh, I dream like a what is it? Vivid dreaming. It's vivid dreaming,
vivid
isn't it?
dreams,
Yeah.
Your lucid dreaming is what you're trying to say.
Lucid dreaming. Past the fog.
God, I can't.
You're like, this is going to get so embarrassing. Everyone's going to see how much I love it. Dive. I just don't know how someone makes so many brilliant things. You know what I mean?
It's like the only inspiration beyond what normally happens can do this much.
Yes. Oh, Chinny, here it comes. Mama, those eyes like fire. I'm a winged insect. You're a funeral pyre. God, what a... There's that biting.
Yeah. Some of the first times we hear it
Yes?
in this album, it's almost like the biting is coming. As opposed to having been there all the time.
Okay, no, I
Because,
get you.
well, anyway, it's for after.
All we're missing is diamonds.
Yeah. But he's got sharpest teeth here.
That's true, yes.
Which diamonds are the
Sharpest.
strongest, so they cut through anything. I can't.
The G's, it's too much.
I can't. It's so good.
Jenny. That I'm a winged insect, you're a funeral pyre. Come on. Man is a poet.
Do a bit of a rapsies.
Right.
Just gets down just a little bit.
And like I shouldn't, but I love it.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'll see a picture of him at like Spotlight and I'll be like, he shops at Spotlight? I love it. Mama, those eyes like fire. I'm a winged insect. You're a funeral pyre.
I feel like I know all the lyrics, but I'm still so like locked in reading them.
Were they all there along? Because now I'm growing them back.
What?
Grow back your sharpest teeth.
Yeah, well, depends on who we're talking about.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Now we're into the third phase of this song.
I feel like this is the second. Well, I suppose could be third phase.
The rap is its own phase.
Could be C section.
C section?
But this is really bridge.
Is it?
Everything's a church hymn.
Oh my god, we got more teeth.
This, anyway. I can't even, I have no words.
Do you think he listens to it?
No.
I bet you he doesn't, does he?
He's listened to it 10,000 times. Even more than that, right? Because they practice it and play it live.
Mama, those eyes like fire on a winged insect. You're a funeral pyre. Waking hell and the gods grow tired.
Here we go. It's coming.
I would love to see this done with like a choir in the background. That'd be beautiful.
But they have like a little choir. Wait a second, just... Oh, right. That's what she was making fun of me about.
God, Chinny. Two is just always doing the most. And it's beautiful.
God. Love.
Just a beautiful, beautiful track.
Little fade out.
Hello, and welcome back to Angry Roads.
Jeez. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. We really appreciate you coming to check out this extremely individual series of ours.
And this is a very serious episode, guys. We have arrived at Take Me Back to Eden.
Yeah. Some might say the essential end.
Yes.
Essentially the end to all of this.
Yes.
Because Euclid really comes up as a
Epilogue.
To you knew that I was about to say prologue.
Yes.
Trying to save me.
Yes.
It comes up as an epilogue to what we've just listened to, and I feel like it's very similar to all the albums at this point.
Yes, there is always that little bit at the end,
Which is in reference to the actions that have just happened.
Yes, that's it. We had missing limbs. We had missing limbs. We had blood sport, where you said it didn't matter, which still haunts me.
Yeah.
If you don't know what we're talking about, please go back and have a look at all of our other songs all the other songs that we have analysed.
There is essentially, this is video 35 out of 36. So if you're starting here, you're late to the party.
But I guess you could watch them out of order. You could pick and choose your favourite tracks and then see what we say about them. But the point of this series was for us to kind of deep dive into what Sleep Token was trying to say through this trilogy. Yeah. Dave and I have varying ideas. Dave believes in sleep theory, sleep theory. I don't have a name for my theory, but I came up with a name for his.
But my theory is coming to a head now, so I'm going to be able to explain it, but I still need to get to Euclid.
Right.
But I will cap this episode, because this is already going to be a long episode. I'm just going to quickly explain why we started this series. Because I feel like it's not relevant post-Euclid, because Euclid is going to be so lore-heavy, I'm not sure how to jam this in. Even though this is very lore-heavy too. But there is a post on the Sleep Token subreddit that is pinned to the top of the board that says something about the official lore that somebody came up with, and... But again, it's just somebody's interpretation, and I appreciate that there are plenty of interpretations of all this. When I first started listening to Sleep Token, and I was just dabbling in sharing some with Sussan, trying to get her interested in it, and I did get her interested in it, and then I went to go read this lore thing and try to understand. And I said to you, because I don't know if you remember this exactly, but I said to you, I think it's about him shooting someone. And at that second, Johnson, everybody, at that second, there was this fear from Sussan that something that she thought was so much deeper was just about a man committing violence.
Oh, yes. It was just a man manning. And that made me very sad because I thought we were much deeper than that.
It made her very sad, but not only that, it felt like, to me, some of the things that she said meant that she wasn't going to listen anymore. And that made me extremely sad because we had just found this thing that we were both so into.
And I think at that point I was still only listening to Tomb.
You were only listening to Tomb and not so much of the other stuff. And it took me, I want to say, 3 days of like going back and forth to work, being like, what am I going to do? I ruined it. I ruined it because I said something about this stupid law that's on that subreddit. It's not stupid. I shouldn't say that. I said something about this law that now ruined the situation, and I've lost this amazing connection that we were going to make with this band that I thought was going to be like a lifelong thing.
Because if you haven't watched our other videos, we don't have similar tastes in music.
No.
I like a lot of pop music. I'm down with the Swift. I like a lot of Dua Lipa at the moment, and Dave likes a lot of metal, old school metal, new school metal. If someone's playing a drum in it aggressively, Dave's in.
I also like a lot of hip hop.
That's true.
Artists.
Yes.
Anyway, that's not the point.
But that you liked the thought that there was music that we could listen to together that we both enjoyed.
Exactly.
As opposed to one tolerating the other.
Exactly.
As opposed to me tolerating, what's that one that you like? Your favorite one that's not Sleeptoken.
Limp Bizkit?
No, but I do tolerate them. No, the other one, Pantera. Right, as opposed to me tolerating Pantera or you tolerating, I don't know, Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Name. I don't know.
And the other thought was like, I'd like the thought that when we were 70, that we're going to be like, I love a bit of Sleeptoken.
Oh my God. I'll Google. Play some Sleeptoken.
Careful, that might have triggered something.
No, it's okay. It couldn't recognize my voice.
Okay, that's fine. So anyway, I came up with the idea that we should do this law ranking series with the explicit purpose that we would figure out a law that made more sense than him just shooting somebody. Now, to be clear, the shooting somebody thing happens in the EP. But I do believe, now that we're here at the end, and I'm going to catch flack for this, that the EPs only capture highlights of a larger story, and it's not the whole story. And I don't actually think it's a prequel to this story. I think that they're similar emotions and a similar story told in a different way. And I think that this trilogy, which has been explicitly explained as a trilogy, is its own story.
I get you.
And so us only doing the trilogy was in an effort to create a lore, whether or not it's different or not, that you and I could latch onto that would keep the love of the band and therefore this common shared interest between us alive.
I love the thought that we went into this being like, we're going to discover the law of Sleeptoken, and we immediately then splintered off.
But that's okay.
Yes.
I think that's fine.
It is fine, but I still think it's funny.
No, I understand, but I think that was the point. The point was for me to find a way, at least in my head, was for me to find a way to make sure that we could latch onto this. Yeah, correct. So that we had something to share. So anyway, now that cuteness is over, because someone will call it cute.
Because now we've been 16 minutes in.
Now let's talk about...
Someone's like, could you maybe talk about...
Okay, but that was cute. Just look at my anime eyes.
Do I have to have anime eyes?
Yeah, do it.
Oh. I think I was just scared. Take me back to Eden.
Let's get into the law.
I dream in phosphorescence. The vivid dreaming.
Yes, lucid dreaming is what you're trying to say, but vivid dreaming, I think, is what he means.
Yes, which, if that is what he means, poet. Brilliant.
Poet regardless.
Poet regardless.
I'll go first
here,
because I think mine's pretty straightforward. I believe that the events of Rain are not events, but him talking to himself about what he was going to say. That was Alfred. what he was going to say to Eden and the things that he was thinking that he was going to say and what he wanted to say. And I believe that Eden, this song, takes place just after he attempted and failed to reconcile this relationship.
Okay, like, do you mean like he tried to get her back? Or
he tried to speak to her about these things? He just tried
to have the conversation.
Exactly.
Right.
I'm saying that it's 2 days since the mainframe went down and he's still messed up. That was
I get
his...
you.
That was
the mainframe is him... He's like... He allowed himself to think that was a good idea. And he's like, that was obviously stupid.
Just the hope and the thought that it was going to get back to normal has now failed.
Yeah.
And he's just ruined.
Yeah.
He's dangling... it feels like a meat freezer. He's dead. He's hanging like cold cuts. I don't really understand the pay stub line, if I'm going to be honest.
No.
I've always taken that as a very strange...
Because I understand what you're saying, but I don't understand why you're saying it. If you know what he's saying and why he's saying it, please comment down below. We really like it when someone comes and says, actually, this is what I thought. Because then it makes us have a conversation while Dave makes dinner about the fact that you thought a completely different thing and how maybe you're right. We love it. So please, if you have different interpretations to us, or if there is just sections of this song that you're like, this is what I think, please comment it. We love it.
I just had a thought about like this. It could be something to do anyway. I don't know. But the take a pound of, because he'll take a pound of your flesh before you take a piece of my pay stub. It feels like what somebody might say to their friend about some relationship. Anyway, I'm not sure about that line, but the rest of it sits very well with me.
It always kind of spoke to me as a divorce.
But
I don't understand because I never really got the sense that they were married. I guess
but the relationship and the life can be splitting, and that can still be a divorce, right?
I suppose,
of sorts.
But I meant in the before you, I'll take a pound of your flesh before you take a piece of my pay stub. I will fight you before you take half of my assets.
I understand.
But at the same time, I think the only time that I've ever seen this as like an adult relationship where something like that would be an issue. Sorry, I've been stroking my cat.
Oh, they should. Well, I'll see his tail anyway.
And so now there's just cat hair flying.
Yeah.
Is the discussion it is in Tomb. I cannot tell you the song. Fall for Me, maybe, where they talk about the sand castles built by future daughters. But outside of that, I don't know. If you have a better explanation than my non-explanation, I'd love to hear.
Yeah. So, anyway, I'm saying that to me, this feels like an aftermath. It's an epilogue, not as far as that, but it is just post him attempting. But that was the last try.
Yes.
And I think that he's summing up this particular thing, the chorus of this my, those eyes like fire, I'm a winged insect, you're a funeral pyre, is shaping and describing this obsession that he has with her, that he's never going to lose.
Yeah.
Bite through these wires, which is Eden or sleep, depending on how you want to look at it, biting through the things that make him up, the things that hold him together.
I get you.
That just ruins him every time. He's awaking hell and the gods grow tired.
When did we awake hell previously?
No, I don't think so.
You and I have spoken. Awaking. Oh, yeah, sorry. I get the conversations mixed up. We talk about Sleep Token a lot.
Yeah, you and I have spoken about this.
Yes, because we discussed whether it was hell...
Or H-E-L.
Yes, or H-E-L. And the gods growing tired.
The Norse god, yeah, that's right. And then there's just a lot of... There's a lot of framing up of what he would like it to be rather than what it is, which is now gone. Because this song flip-flops between... It didn't work, but I love every second of it.
Yeah.
And it didn't work, but I love you so much. And I think that to me, frames up what's coming next very, very well.
But I think it also then kind of slides into that sundowning of that dream sequence and that dream girl. You know, this is the makings of that dream girl, that dream version, where it does work.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting there. At least for my lore, we're getting there. The reference to chokehold in this, which is, it was no accident. We were tangled up like branches in a flood.
Yes.
It brings it full circle for the whole album, and again, excluding Euclid.
Yes.
And then this last line, I think, is the most important. I've travelled far beyond the path of reason.
Yeah, even he's looking back, he's looking at it and he's like, man, you're fucking crazy.
This is never going to work.
Yeah.
But I don't care. Take me back to Eden.
Yeah, 100%.
I want this relationship more than anything.
You're still... he's like, I'm still 100% in.
Mm.
If she took me back tomorrow, I'd still be 100% in.
I don't know if he would, but he wants a way to have Eden. I think that's the point.
Yeah.
Because it's the again, that double entendre of take me back to where things were great.
The age of innocence.
The age of innocence.
The glory of innocence.
And the Garden of Eden.
Yes.
Right? Like the place where nothing was wrong.
Yes.
Which is not here.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. He'd go back. Okay, I get what you're saying. You're saying if he could time travel Wolverine style and go back into the him of then,
yes,
not trying to make the relationship
from the summoning. Just go back to the summoning, because that's to me where I think where he has his highest.
I always imagine they met at like a comic book store.
Well, now we've had three different. You said grocery store, a party, and now a comic book store.
A party. Yes, but they're talking about comics.
Correct. I think that's where this beginning of it is, and I think that's what he's trying to get back to, and I think that's the Eden that he's trying to get back to, coupled with the fact that this person's name is Eden, I think, and he accepts that this is no longer reasonable to want this, but he wants it.
Yeah, I get you. No,
for me.
I think that to me makes total sense. This idea that he would like to go not back into the relationship, back to that part of the relationship.
Exactly.
The beginning of the relationship.
It's the double meaning of that.
Where it's faux.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you haven't watched the movie Faux, fantastic movie. But yeah, it is him saying, I would like to go back to when it was fun and light and just mainly about sex.
Yeah.
Before all the weirdness that happens in that rap part of Ascensionism. With the chemtrails and and the blood on shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that to me is it. If you have a different interpretation, please let us know down below. But I agree. I think it is him longing for a simpler time.
Yeah, when times weren't. And, some of the lines in this, just to call them out real quick, because they're so great. But the mirror talk, fake love.
Yep.
Like he's telling himself it's okay, but he knows that it's not real.
Yep.
Even though he keeps wanting it to be real, that's what I really like about it. It just carries through the whole thing here. He's missed calls, I think, that he's made to her.
Yep.
And he's answered...
And she's answered calls from people that he doesn't trust.
Exactly.
Because that line always tripped me up. And then I was like, oh, but if you flip it, and it's you're answering phone calls from people that I don't like.
Exactly. The ones that I just don't trust.
Well, there's also... What song is it where he's like, you didn't tell me what had happened.
Yeah, it's Missing Limbs.
Missing Limbs, yes. Yeah. You didn't tell me what had happened.
What you mean to him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or what he did to you.
Correct.
And it still cuts me up what you mean to him or he means to you. Yeah. I imagine it is, she has this group of people, or she has like an ex-boyfriend or a male friend that she's too close to.
Yeah, or they used to date.
Yes, you know what I mean.
Whatever it is. It's someone he doesn't trust. And that's,
and
you've missed my calls.
But I know you're answering his, even though she might not be.
This is crazy Vess.
Yeah, that's it. That's crazy Vess.
All right, shall we?
I think so.
Rankings. Now,
like I said, this is a very serious episode.
It's not too hard. Pop it in. straight to the top.
Straight to the top.
It is a numero uno song for me.
Wow.
It is the numero uno song.
I don't think when we started this that I thought your number one song would be Take Me Back to Eden.
I just cannot... Any song, if I could just listen to one...
It would be Take Me Back to Eden.
It has every part of them that I love.
Right.
It has the heaviest part. It has the softest part. It's got a weird mix of styles.
True.
It's got everything in it. Plus, the lore is so thick. I love it.
I think I would have thought yours was going to be the summoning.
I like the summoning a lot. I don't think I like the summoning more than Alkaline.
I mean, it's how can...
But anyway, also Ascensionism, it's so good. It's also got that really nice wide range, that's why. And the offering to me represents... I'm getting into this too deep. It's for next week.
Yes.
But Take Me Back to Eden is my number one song. As far as I can tell, there's a lot of claw coming. If you're not careful. All right, Johnson, let me grab you here, pal. There we go. Right. Here we go, Johnson. You just be a baby now. There we go.
Someone's watching, they're like, don't do that to him.
Oh, he loves it. He's purring.
All right. Well, I've now You're a very silly boy.
Go on, Johnson.
I have issues.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Is it number 9 or 11?
9 or 11. Can you imagine? I'd riot.
It's number 1.
It's not number 1. It's not number 2. I don't like it more than Alkaline.
No, I understand.
But I do like it more than Take Aim.
Whoa. Your baby Take Aim?
I know. It's my baby Take Aim. But I have noticed that lately I am skipping my baby Take Aim.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That doesn't make sense.
I know.
What a journey.
So, I'm going to have to move my baby Take Aim.
Okay, but you're not going to drop it to 11.
I have to.
You can't drop it to 11.
I have to. Where am I going to put Euclid?
I don't know. I thought that was going to be number 1.
Euclid?
For a long time.
It was.
I know.
It was.
I know, you've changed and shifted.
My sunshine says you've changed.
You have changed, but 11?
Do I like it? Yeah.
You got to do a little sway to test it out.
You do. You
just have to.
I'm going to say...
Say it out loud, whatever you're doing.
I was going to put it at number 4. But do I like Take Me Back to Eden more than I like Euclid? I'm metagaming. I understand I'm metagaming. Shut up.
But we've heard them all 1,000 times. You're allowed to still have a preference.
I don't even...
A lot of Johnson fur on me.
It's my fault.
It's fine. No, it's my fault. I flipped him.
Oh yeah, that's right. You flipped him.
Make a decision.
All right. I think I might swap Take Aim and Chokehold.
Okay.
I can't actually believe that Chokehold is that far down.
But now Take Aim is going to be that far down?
Yeah, I'm not listening to it anymore.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
All right.
It's so hard for her.
I just don't want to offend any of them.
You're not offending anybody. They're not alive. But you're alive, and I'm alive, and you're offending me. Now, if it looks like we're wearing the same clothes...
Oh, yes.
We are. We just record all these in big chunks.
You see, we have a dog, a cat, and a toddler.
You might be able to tell because the thumbnails, the shirts are the same. I scroll through and I'm always like, oh, look, we're wearing the same things. Number 4, hey?
Yeah.
Hefty.
Do I like Euclid more than The Love You Want?
Well, you can leave that. We're not talking about Euclid right now. Let's get to Euclid first.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make space for it.
Okay, but we can make space for it afterwards. You've got a ranking for Take Me Back to Eden. It's number 4, at least for now.
Yeah.
Let's get there. Yeah. Thank you for paying attention. This has been a long episode. It is 32 minutes long at this point.
That is your fault.
It is my fault, but I said it was going to be this way, and that's why I'm trying to hurry you up. No. We're about to go to the final song So let's do this. See you there.
Yes. And in the meantime, between this episode and that episode, go back and watch all the other episodes.
Yeah, get some context.
Yeah, you've got time. Come up with your theory, put it down in the comments, and if it's similar to ours, great. If not, I'll fight you in the comments. See you then.
Bye.